Go for the week of January 5th, 2025. And tomorrow I'm going to be back on to do Libra through Pisces. I know I've been bad. I was sick. I'm going to the doctors tomorrow for it. So hopefully, I will be skinnier than I am now. Show your love and support to your girl Marie. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for everyone who has. I really appreciate the love energy. So on the 5th, and I'm also on 4,951 subscribers. So I need 49 more people to subscribe. No, 48 more people to subscribe. So make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for everyone who has. So on the 5th, there's a lot of emphasis on your 5th house. So this is a busy energy time for you. This could also be a period of power struggles with other people, or being in a leadership position can really suck at this time for you, because Mars is also not well aspected. So there could be like a lot of jealousy, or people not wanting to listen to you and kind of do their own thing with this energy as well. So you could find that happening for you. Not the easiest time, because even though this is a busy time, you're supposed to be out and about, and it's a stellium in Capricorn. So you're some of you could actually be in hermit mode, and some of you could be more of an observer in your life, very quiet and judgmental, a bit judgmental when it comes to new people in your life, and you tend to be a little bit detached. You can also be involved in certain disciplines at this time to break the boredom of order and monotony, or starting your New Year's resolution. Some of you could be going into hermit mode. On the 6th, you have lessons with money coming up, or you're dealing with unexpected expenditures around the home, or this could be dealing with your car. Some unexpected news may come from issues related to estates, property matters, housing, inheritance. A partner's finances may lack stability, and banks are unwilling to extend credit or help this person out, or they could be dealing with chargebacks and things like that. It is a good time to check your credit report. This is a profound reevaluation of your professional identity. You could be really butting heads with people at work. This could also be unexpected, disruptive changes that can challenge the status quo. I feel this is not the best time for logic for a lot of you, because of your 3rd house of Scorpio. So those of you in your 60s, do you have stelliums in your Scorpios, or you have Neptune in Scorpio, Uranus in Scorpio, Pluto in Scorpio, you could be really affected by this, because this is logic versus confusion and doubt and fears and anxieties. Okay. I feel like, so this is you're still intriguing your South Node in your 1st house here, but also the 2 planets are in your 2nd house, and then whatever you have in your natal chart, so this is a time where you're not thinking logically, or you see what you want to see with Lilith Moon in Sagittarius, and this is like kind of like your imagination, instead of working for you, is working against you and making you a bit paranoid. On the 7th, when it comes to your daily routines, especially with Pluto and Aquarius in your 6th house, some of you have some real like long-term lessons coming up that are unfolding with deep soul work. This is a profound transformational period for you. So over the next 2 years or so, you could be really going through it with the daily routine, the family, restrictions with the health for some of you here as well. Alrighty. This could be a spiritual time, but at the same time, I feel like what's going on here is like this is a time for like your vessel. Okay, let me get spiritual and Kabbalah on you. But this could be like a very spiritual time for you of restriction, and a lot of restriction could be going on, and this could be in the form of health. So like, let's say if you're a drinker, or if you are like you're interested in your Zaza, or you're like a coffee addict, this is a time where these things that you are so used to doing can start like affecting you. Okay, and you could start feeling some kind of way at this time with this energy. So this is a time where your spiritual vessel is going to be changing. Okay, some of you may accept the changes and the restrictions that you're going through, Others of you, you may not do it. You may say, F that. I'm gonna drink my damn happiness, damn it. And it's like, well, have your cup of happiness, damn it, but your vessel's not gonna grow and you're gonna get sick. And then you're going to be dealing with health issues for the rest of your life. So this is an opportunity for your spiritual vessel to start to change so you could be more in line with your spirituality here. It's like kind of like saying like, you know, like, okay, for example, I'm Kabbalah and I do Kabbalah. You know, but then it's like those people, okay, Boca people, you know what I'm talking about? And it's kind of like, I'm Kabbalah. I study the Zohar, and I'm a Kabbalist. I'm not like really a Kabbalist because I'm not a man, I'm not in my 40s, and I don't live in London. But I study Kabbalah. Okay, so I study Kabbalah. So I say Kabbalah, and then they go Kabbalah. Okay, I do Kabbalah. But then these are the people where if you go, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna name times or nothing. Okay, those that are close hear my words. But those who are close know that I know, and I know, and I know. So they go, I'm so Kabbalah. But then when they go, they're the most pretentious people. They're the ones that are like literally fighting with everybody in God's country. Okay, New Yorkers know. New Yorkers, we know. It's a New York thing, but we know when time periods come and it's kind of like, it's like the attitude, and it's like, I am Kabbalah, and it's like, no, you are a bitch. You are a bitch. A big bitch. You know, it's kind of like that. So it's kind of like, you know, if you're going to walk the talk and do the talk and say you're Kabbalah, well, the only way you could be Kabbalah is that you have to do a lot of restriction. Okay, so this is a time period for you where you're going to be, if you want to grow your vessel and your consciousness, that the universe is going to start restricting you, whether it be financial restrictions or spiritual restrictions or even physical restrictions, like things that you can eat, smoke, okay, and things of that nature. It just means change is happening. This is a transformative time for you. This is a time for you to slow down and reassess if you want to be Kabbalah. Okay, but also if you're ready to change, because a lot of us, we don't want to change our habits. We don't want to take away our coffee. I don't want to take away my book, but this is an opportunity for you to change. So there's food restrictions coming in for you during this time period, okay, that you can no longer do. Alrighty, but also what this is on a consciousness. The consciousness here with the food restriction is that it's very good because we can only do things in moderation here, you know, but it's very good with the food restrictions, because what it does is that it opens up, I feel like it opens up your consciousness to greater levels. Okay, so you have an opportunity to either open up your consciousness to greater levels or to have health problems for the rest of your life because you don't want to drop that burger. Okay, so it's like that kind of situation going on at this time. I know that's the only way I could explain it, because I've been studying Kabbalah since I was 15. Okay, so I could be rude about it and be a Kabbalah because I'm 45 years old. I've been doing it since I was 15. Okay, my first drink was from Michael Berg. Yes. Are you how old are you? I'm like, I'm 15. He like, okay, Maslow. And then he went, don't ask for another one. I'm like, okay. So 30 years of that. Okay, 30 years. And then all through my 30s, literally going to like the congregation and stuff like that. So I can be, and I know how some of these people be, and it's like, oh my God, I am Kabbalah. But then when you see them on the street and you're waiting for your bucky boos, and then next thing you know, they're having the shit fit, and it's like, wow, we just like threw all our lessons right out the damn door, didn't we? It's like, oh my gosh, because they're Kabbalah. On the 8th, traveling can have a profound effect on your mind, often a time when arguments seem so convincing that their subjects become dogma. Propaganda abounds, of course. For some of you, there's a lot going on between your 3rd and 6th and 7th house this week, in regards to your relationships with other people and how you relate to other people here. This is in regards to your boundaries that you need to create. You need to be a bit more discerning with your giving energy. This could be coming up because some of you, you're definitely not getting along with live-in relationships, or you're not getting along with other family members like siblings and kind of fighting with them. So your giving energy and how much you do for other people and creating your boundaries is going to be like the theme song at this time. It is so true. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it's like, the last time I went, I thought I was going to kill somebody at that center. I was like, because she was, and it's during Rosh Hashanah, and Rosh Hashanah on a spiritual level is so spiritual because we are fighting Satan. And this woman is like seriously hugging and saving all these, it's like a big fight, saving all these damn seats, and stuff. And then what's so sad about it, nobody wanted to talk to her. So she's saving all these seats for people that don't even want to talk to her, looking at her like she got cooties or something. And I'm just like, wow. But then she want to act like she a big dog, like to me. And I'm just like, lady, I do not care. I just want to sit here because I cannot see the screen because I am blind as, I am so blind. I need glasses. And then the glasses that I have, I think I need thicker glasses because it's like, forget about it, And it's like, oh my Lanta. It's kind of like that. And it's just like, oh my gosh. It's like, demon child, you need this more than I do. I was like, damn, acting all crazy. And they act all sorts of monkeyness going on. And it's just like, it's like, it's deep, but it's like, don't get me started. Just thinking about it driving me crazy. I think I'm going to Rosh Hashanah this year. Oh, Lord. On the 9th, you could be reevaluating. I think I'm going to Rosh Hashanah this year. Oh my gosh. You could be reevaluating your relationship for reals. Because I'm like talking about it and stuff. Oh my gosh. Your friendships could be under scrutiny. Because some of you, your friends tend to be emotionally dumping on you, or as a situation, they only want to talk to you when things get bad in their life and dump on you. And I think that you're realizing that when they need something, they call on you, not for anything else with this energy. I know, right? I will be going. Your husband, for some of you, this could be like for a situation example, like your husband's a mechanic, so every time their car breaks down, they call you to get your husband to fix the car. So you could be reevaluating this relationship, like, why am I with this person? Why do I even talk to this person? Why do I intrigue this conversation? Why do I have this affiliation, this connection with this person? Like, what is the point? What is the lesson I want to learn so I can move on with my life? It's like that kind of situation. But unfortunately, these are more thoughts than action, because of these stellums going on in Capricorn and the squaring going on between Scorpio and, Capricorn. So you're not so quick to leave these relationship dynamics. So you're kind of like settling. You're kind of like mulling over. I don't know what kind of sign you need. Okay. What do you need from them? Do you need them to beat you up? And even if they did beat you up, you probably still stay in the damn relationship too. It's like, I'm not going to talk to you for 2 weeks. One day later, did you say sorry? I thought I heard you say sorry. And it's like, okay. That's how some people are. Show your love and support to your girl Marie. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for everyone who has, in the name of Kabbalah. Okay, so right now I'm at 4,951 subscribers, so I only need 49 subscribers to subscribe. So subscribe. So anyways, so yeah. So the first card to come up with is the Devil card. Now, this is correlating with what I was talking about. Okay. Some of you, you need to stop doing your demon-possessed stuff, your zaza, the stuff that your overindulgence at this time with this energy here, because you are going to be at some kind of crossroads on a spiritual level with your consciousness, with your spiritual vessel to receive for the self alone. So this is a time period where you could either, like, let's say you can't do the zaza anymore because it makes you stroke out. But it's not the Zaza, it's the Zaza. It makes you stroke out. It's not the Zaza. But you're like, I want to continue smoking my Zaza. Well, you could continue smoking your Zaza, but then you're going to be like all stroked out and no place to go. And it's like, I'm going to continue smoking my Zaza. Or you could drop the Zaza and you could focus on restriction and then restricting the self with food and indulgence that you like, and then grow your vessel. So, you know, sometimes in order to get what we want, in order for us, you know, it's like, oh, I don't hear my prayers being answered. But in order to get those prayers answered, sometimes we have to restrict the self, the spirit. We have to restrict the self on a physical level in order to get what we want on a spiritual level. So it's up to you what you want to do. So sometimes food would be a good example, because just like Hasidics do, they restrict themselves with food. So it's like certain things you cannot eat in order to create a bigger vessel for yourself, a bigger spiritual consciousness for yourself. So it could be that kind of thing happening, okay? So yeah, the Judgment card, some of you, this could be getting a divorce at this time. This is a certain situation that's going to end nasty, that no longer applies in your life because the lesson has been learned. The King of Wands, for some of you, you could be dealing with somebody that is stubborn and stuck in their ways of thinking, and it's like my way and the highway, and they're very forceful about it. They're very controlling about it. I think I'm talking about you. So this could be endings coming up in that sense as well. Hi, Casey. So that could be happening. The Four of Coins deals with stability here, financial stability, saving your money, fighting about money at this time with this energy. The Nine of Swords deals with manipulative people, depression coming up for some of you here. The Nine of Cups, my yes card to whatever question I did not answer, is yes. There's some kind of fulfillment happening. After all is said and done, the blessings come in, the good comes in. Okay, the Ace of Coins, creating your own reality, mastering your money situation happens. Okay, the Tower card brings about changes, but it looks like certain foundations in your life no longer apply. Okay, and this may be a very, very good thing, because whatever it is, like I said, with the restrictions of the foods and the pleasure-seeking ways, no longer apply. So pay attention to your challenges this week, because there are things that are being shown to you that no longer apply, that you need to stop doing, like the drinking, for example. And it's like, once you stop these things, then the blessings will come in. Okay, so this is something to think about. So whatever was meant to be comfortable for you is no longer comfortable for you, and now it's being made uncomfortable for you, so you can change. Okay, so just pay attention to that. The Magician card, be careful of manipulative people or liars at this time, people exaggerating the truth or making promises they shouldn't be keeping at this time, or making promises they're not going to do. So yeah, I would be careful with that. The High Priestess card, secretive, secrets. Some of you could be dealing with like infidelities at this time with this energy here as well. So this person could be fighting with their partner at this time. So it's best this week maybe not to message this person, because she knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. That's why she's getting all pissed off. So I really would not be messaging thinking, oh my God, let me be cute and message, because then you're going to get, hi, I'm the killer. And it's going to be like, oh shit. Of course, I got anger issues too. So it's like, if you call me, if I call somebody and they be like, hi, I'm the killer, I'd be like, I live at this address, come at this time before my son come home, because I need to know what to do with the body. It's gonna be like, what? It's gonna be like, you come over, you want to come over, let's talk it out. I got too much anger issues still, so I don't know. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So trust and believe, but the Page of Coins, I feel like for some of you here, I feel like this could be a time where you could be getting another source of income here. You're very Kill Bill soon. Exactly. You know? Oh my gosh. Totally Kill Bill soon. So you could be getting another source of income during this time period as well. With this energy, some of you could be delving into the spirituality, okay? So with the spirituality, it depends what you delve into, because if you delve into Kabbalah, it's a lot of restrictions, because it's all about like reincarnation and what we come into this life to do in reincarnation and the corrections that we need to overcome and stuff like that. But then to evolve is another thing too. So when we want to evolve and to make our vessel grow, sometimes we have to restrict. So once we've done all those corrections, then there's the physical correction, which is the restrictions, you know? So everything in moderation. So this is you playing with the esoteric or the spirituality at this time with this energy here. Okay, and show your love and support. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. But yeah, I feel like that could be coming up as well. Then the Four of Cups, time for contemplation and meditation at this time. I do see that coming up for you. Overthinking, overanalyzing situations going on in your life, making mountains out of molehills, kind of driving yourself crazy. Don't do that. If you need to like think about it and it's driving you crazy and you have a decision to make, the answer is probably no. So I would trust that, you know. The Three of Coins talks of spiritual growth and financial growth coming up for you as well. So I do see that for you. The Emperor card, I feel like some of you, you're not trusting your intuition and you're kind of being like logical about things, but at the same time your intuition is speaking to you. Now this is a great way to get rid of your intuition, by not listening to your intuition, and then it will eventually go away, because the angels won't bother. The angels will be like, well, they don't listen to me anyways. And it's like, oh, see, I listen to my angels and my spirit guides all the damn time, to the point where I see them and it's like, oh, you know, they're all about like 7 feet, 8 feet tall. And it's like, ooh, you know, so it's pretty cool. So anyways, I do see this being a beautiful time for business picking up. I do see you investing more into yourself, working on yourself, doing your New Year's resolution. Of course, you're Virgo, you know, so you're definitely hitting the gym more than usual. You are restricting the self. You are making lifestyle changes at this time. So I do see that. The King of Swords, very analytical in your way of thinking. For some of you, this could be common sense, or this is you dealing with somebody in a thought tag, somebody in a leadership position here as well, a very logical person. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, and this person, when you talk to them, you can't talk to them about your feelings and stuff like that. You have to talk about them in a way of like money and logic and things that are happening, you know, because or else they're not going to understand. Some of you could be dealing with legalities this week with this energy here, so stay on the right side of the law at this time as well. So I do see that. I feel like for some of you, I feel like studying and school could be increasing your confidence at this time and your self-worth with this energy by learning something new at this time. So this could be a very exciting time for you. I feel for others of you, I do see you examining karmic events from the past. I also feel like you could be like kind of like thinking about the past or worrying about the past, or something from your past is catching up to you. So for example, this could be like you this could be, oh, for example, this could be a situation with like the car and the tickets, okay? And this could be something where you can't move forward to get something that you need for the car, like a driver's license, because you have to show proof of insurance of a previous ticket that you had before. And if you don't, you'll get your license suspended. So it's kind of like that kind of thing is coming up. So that could be like haunting you or worrying you, or there's a bill that you haven't paid for that you need to confront, something you need to confront about the past and finish up with that before moving forward. The Six of Swords, your new normal is coming up. Some of you, this could be delays while traveling here with this energy. The Three of Wands, for some of you, this could be business picking up. Teamwork makes the dream work this week with this energy, so I do see that. The Death card, a very transformative time. Intuitively, I feel like intuitively you're moving into that direction, whether you know it or not, whether you want to or not, it's up to you. I don't know. But like emotionally, consciously, you're kind of like, you're very cautious about moving. So whatever direction you're moving in, whatever it is that you're trying to avoid, it's kind of like a train. Regardless of where that train goes, it's still going to go to that specific point. So regardless of how long it takes you to get there, it's still going to go there. It's still going to go there. No matter what scenario, whatever you're trying to create. You know, sometimes we try to create our own, like, it's like butterfly effect, you know, it's like we try to create all these different scenarios for ourselves, and guess what, you're still going to go there no matter what kind of, it's destined. No matter what kind of scenario you would have created for yourself, if you would have, if I could turn back time, you know, it's like you would have still created that same scenario. Okay, so it's like, and then there's probably like one scenario where it's like, oh, I didn't have to experience that. Okay, the World card, mastering your money situation here. The world works in your favor at this time too. So there's a very auspicious time for manifestations. Of course, before Neptune, I can only imagine, before Neptune turns into Aries on the 26th. So manifest, manifest, manifest. So this could be really awesome power of prayer time for you with this energy. I would think about restricting yourself with food, because that seems to be the message. So if you smoke or drink and whatever, and you're like, I am so Kabbalah, I would literally, like, whatever it is that is you're super indulgent in, kind of like when we go through Passover and we have to restrict the body for 7 days, you know, it's kind of like that. So I feel like whatever it is that you are doing, you're ready for your next elevation, but you have to restrict yourself. So get rid of whatever it is that you do all day, vape, whatever, get rid of it. And like for the next 3 months, don't do it and see what happens. You're welcome. You're welcome. Any gypsy would have charged you $1,000 for that, and I did it for free. So like, subscribe, share, bitches. Okay. The Three of Cups, I feel like people in your life have a lot of influence over you. They take the neck and they tell the head whatever it is that it's going to do it, it's going to do it. So you need to create better boundaries with your relationships at this time and tell people no. Okay, the Four of Wands, I do see you happy, joyous, optimistic. I do see like an emotional affair going on. I do see somebody emotionally unavailable with this energy that you could be seeing. The Ace of Cups, I do see emotional validation coming from this person, letting them know that they're letting you know that they do have feelings for you, that they do like you, and they're interested in you. They're just, you know, I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to eat their cake or eat it too, or they're trying to get away with something. So, okay, I do see emotional validation coming from that. I do see abundance happening to you. So there's a positive time for manifestations here. And this is a positive time for your financial situation to start turning around for the better. The Queen of Wands, I feel that you're very diplomatic at this time and you make it a point to get along with everybody. The Knight of Wands does talk of traveling. I do see a secret admirer, but this person is married. I do see traveling coming up as well. Some of you, this could be visiting friends at this time with this energy. The Eight of Swords, some of you, I feel like, you know, you may be a little bit worried about visiting at this time because you don't know what to expect with other people, or it could be a situation here where you're going to, you may or may not now, certain people. So I feel like if you were like dealing with family members and you were fighting with certain family members and it's like everybody's going to be coming to see you and you're like, you know, because you know that you don't want to deal with certain confrontations with certain people and you don't want to kind of like talk to certain people, right? So they may not even show up, I feel. Okay, so I would go And you may be surprised that they may not even be there when you're there. So I really wouldn't like give it any energy, to be quite honest. I wouldn't give it anytime something, I'm not going to say nothing negative because I've been self-prophesizing a lot, but anytime I get $1,000,000, yes, I know it sounds weird, but I have to, because like every time I notice like, okay, like some people I talk to, like I notice like every time I talk to them, I self-prophesize and then it happens and then I'm like, so I've been learning to like kind of like not say negative things. And so I will say really like things like this to like help kind of like not bring it into my reality. So, you know, so like the last time I had $1,000,000, you know, so this is a time period here where, you know, that you guys could be, you know, I just wouldn't bring it up. So every time I have $1,000,000, I just, you know, I just try to think about other things that I want, you know, like more millions of dollars. So it's kind of like that. I think about other things that I want instead of what I already have. See, you have to kind of like, you know, I'm learning how to manifest in a positive way so I am not, so I can bring more positivity in my life, you know. Oh, Happy New Year from the Netherlands. Hello. So yeah, so learn to use your words positively and watch your words, because your words become things. And I've been, even my son, who really does, he's a Taurus, and he's like, and he like is starting to call me a witch, because he's like, everything that you say comes true. And he's like, how about you start using, and he told me this, and he said, how about, mommy, you start using like positive words? Huh? Do you think you could just be positive? And I'm like, I tried to say something negative, and I was like, I'm going to have $1,000,000. And he said, there you go, mommy. That's so much better. And I said, thank you, baby. So yeah, so, you know, so just be careful with your words. The Fool card, yeah. So prayers are going to be answered at this time with this energy. Very positive time for manifesting. I feel like your angels are watching over you and protecting you, especially in regards to certain people that you hang out with, affiliations that you have with other people, because some people are jealous of you. I see that. So you need to, you know, but your angels are protecting you around them because you like them. You genuinely like them as friends. But, you know, not everybody is your friend. I feel that also as I connect, whatever you think of all day long, you shall become. So I would also be careful with your thoughts at this time with this energy as well. I see this being a recovery period towards the end of Mercury in retrograde. So, and then things start to turn around for you. So you may want to save your money at this time and be careful with your spending with this energy. Show your love and support to your girl Marie. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Tomorrow I'll be doing Libra through Pisces. And right now I'm at 4,951 subscribers. Thank you for the 3 likes. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay. Then you tell yourself that. You see, it's kind of like the trolls that they come on here and they go, oh my God, Jesus and Jesus and Jesus. And it's like, but then how do they really behave in real life? And you see that? So it's based on, like, on the astrology. So, you know, I would just be careful. Anyway, show your love and support. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Kisses. Mwah.